So widgets are smaller user-facing elements providing small amounts of information. Think of like the weather app on your phone. So these are the different types of widgets that Epicor has for us. There's a website widget, data discovery widget, a data discovery card, and chart widgets, and then the grow widget. And here's a little brief description about them, but I'll get further into that when I talk about them each specifically. And I guess the only thing I would note right now is that the data discovery ones require a data discovery extension, as well as the grow widget that requires you integrating with the grow business intelligence systems. Basically, when you're gonna add any widget to the form that you want, you're going to want to open Application Studio and you're going to add a panel card. After you add your column, you would want to go into the advanced and orientation and make that horizontal, because if you don't, you're going to have the widgets stack up on top of each other, and when you change the size, you'll probably want them like next to each other. But again, we'll get further into that in a little. The first widget that I'd like to talk about today is going to be the website widget. This one is, I think, really cool because it allows you to add either static or dynamic websites as a little, again, widget, which can be useful for many things, such as showing a knowledge base for users who need a refresher on certain forms, or just even showing the location of different delivery sites or a company and other stuff like that through Google Maps. But well, before I get into my example, I'm just going to show what it looks like once you add the website widget onto your panel card. You have all of the properties on the right side, which you'll get used to when you play with more components and widgets. And it has the basic properties that most have, but the one that I wanted to get into the most was the URL, because that's the most important. That's how you're going to show the website itself. The thing here is that you can only use embedded URLs, because these are made for, it allows the website to be shown into that iframe, because it's embedded into a different format. It's not just a regular URL. Those are the only ones that you can use in the widgets. You can't just grab a regular URL off of Google and then put that one in. There's usually a few places where you can find the embedded URL itself. In this example that I chose, I just grabbed a YouTube video from one of our past Lunch and Learns, and when you go into the share button on the bottom, it'll give you the choice for the embedded link itself. And that's how I was able to get this as the widget that you see under my testing widgets that make a job in Epicor. That's going to be the YouTube video. And I decided to put this in the job entry form, so that way anybody new, anybody else who is trying to create a job, in case they need a refresher or anything, they can just go to that and they'll be able to watch the video on how to make a job before they begin with that. So then I have what it looks like once you run it, and on the bottom, on the left side, on the bottom left corner, you can see the little widget. I made it small. On the previous page, there's like the height and width columns that you're able to enter what size you want it. And this is why I said it was important to make the column orientation horizontal, because if you want multiple little widgets as the one on the left, that way you could all have them stacked side by side. But then the one on the right is just a regular untouched. That's usually how big they end up being. I think I might have made it a little taller, but depending on user preference, you're able to change the size. And again, this is just the static website. You are able to do dynamic websites as well, and you're actually able to use data from the views you have in Application Studio, and use data from like all the tables you have as well in the URL. But it's almost the same. It's just it's a little different, but this was just an example of the static website. So now on to the data discovery ones. We have the data discovery widgets, which requires the data discovery extension. And when you go into Epicor and you're gonna like look for a form or something, you usually have the house, the search thing, and a little grid on the left side that we see here. And then once you download that extension, you're gonna have these little boxes. That's the data discovery extension. And once you press on that, it's going to bring you to a web browser that allows you to make data discovery views, which again it allows you to basically show your data in a chart form. It's customizable and like very user friendly, and this allows you to make your own. Actually, Epicor has a bunch of them that are already pre-made, so this isn't necessary, but this is very useful in case you want to show your own data. specific to you. And this again is an example of one of the pre-made ones by Epicor. When you are in, again, Application Studio, and like I said, for the website widget, when you're adding a widget, you would just drag the widget out onto the panel card. In this case, you would be doing the data discovery card, and this is what pops up on the left side. You're going to see that you have a data discovery view, and it's like a little drop down, and then you choose which view you want. And again, the list here is going to be the pre-made ones that Epicor gives you, and the one I chose was manufacturing cycle time. So this is just going to show a single number of data given to you based on the view name. It'll tell you in there, but the widget just is essentially showing you like a single number of data for you to see. So in this case, the manufacturing cycle time could be useful in the job entry form again, because it will tell you the cycle time of different parts, and that's useful information for people to see. Then you just add that little widget wherever you would want on your form. You can also make your own again, but for the widgets, you would go up here. I have this little arrow, and you would add this little plus button, and it brings up the same form as it did in the web browser, but for the widget, you could just do it in the widget itself, where you're making your own data discovery view.
Really quick, Caitlin.
Yes.
We have a question. What is the data discovery extension?
So the data discovery extension, it's a data visualization tool that basically just displays the data that you want in real time. So it takes like the data from a BAQ. So for the card, it shows it in like just a number, and then there's different charts and different graphs that you can just show the data in. It's basically just for like the visualization of your data that you can show on your form. Like I said, I just wanted to show the manufacturing cycle time in the job entry form, just so that you can see the cycle time for the parts. And it does give you the cycle time for all it usually starts with, but then if you press the little arrow on the bottom, it's a little hard to see, but on the little bottom corner, then it can give you like specific parts as well. And then the same thing with the data discovery chart. So again, the card is just going to show you like the numerical number. It's usually just going to be like one big number of data. And here, the setup is the same. So when you go here, when you do the data discovery chart, it's going to be, again, asking you for the view and the title, and then it'll show you like a little preview, and you can also make your own data discovery charts. Here's just the example of what it looks like. And then here I highlighted the actual arrows because on the first picture on top, it does show you the data for all of the customers that are overdue and payment thing or overdue in the data that they chose. And then on the bottom, like I pressed the arrow and then it showed me for a specific company. So in this case, it was Veriston Engineering. It does have slides, but it's usually just like one chunk of data per little slide. And then the last widget we're going to talk about is going to be the row widget. And it's very similar to the data discovery ones, but it does use business intelligence solution, and it's just integrated within. It's also another extension that just displays the data, and you just integrate it with the Grow BI, and it builds your metrics. Or again, you can build your own metrics, or you can just choose from the ones that are given. So this was just another example of selecting which metrics you wanted to display, and it's just, again, different form of showing the data in just like a visual way.